it's not like you are, really pressed for damage, at least since WE went for basically 4 damage threats in their entire top side and just the one dedicated frontline engage tank.
WE wins early. They have to win early or else the game is doomed. Now that it's the on-hit Varus, looking like they favor the multi-threat later on. I will say Aatrox can be a little bit scary. And this setup quite interesting. They must have scouted that cube. Starts on this top side because they're burning a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
I respect the flash out of Aki to follow him over the wall. No way.
Yep.
Well, Shanji can close the distance and flash over the wall with his own decimating smash, and that is first kill of the game going over the Shanji. Now Doinby might be in trouble because he burned his own flash, and
I like this.
Vampire's going to try to punish with the flash pulverize. Ignite ticking down. Vampire does get the kill, which is not necessarily ideal. Aki almost getting his life the forfeit as well.
Pryo.
He's gonna go back around. The return gang flash send his blade. The seismic shove is all the way in the back, but Aki can't close the distance quite yet. Tries to take up wood turret shot. Aki's gonna send it, but he's gonna pay for his life. And at the very least, NIP can say, well, it's only Alistar getting kills so far. Trying to camp the hell out of a mid laner that has no flash, Damn be the win condition, Now, first grub rotation. WE, whoa, Vampire immediately pulling the trigger, finding a nice seismic shove follow-up on PP God. Aki's trying to get into the thick of things and goes after Vampire, gets a decent kill back, but it is a 1-for-2 in favor of WE.
Yeah, Taeyun got that wave in on the top side. It looks like Leave has it frozen. So was late to rotate over to the objective, trying to keep the wave where it is. And Taeyun will be the one that helps his team secure the first 3 grubs. There's a nice little skirmish there. And a good engage from Vampire, Rafa. See, that's a good one right there. Monkey being up in this matchup is big, because once Wukong gets up, your ability to stat check you is pretty significant. Naki gonna have to do his way around the Wukong. Monkey.
It's pretty difficult. 2 casts of the Cyclone should be enough for damage. The healing from the passive almost gave him a chance back in the game, but because they dragged Karis over into the blue quadrant and overextended for the play, Shanji and Doinby make the collapse happen, and now it's Doinby that benefits from the scenario.
Down numbers on the map with Cube in base. That's just a really tough play from Team WE.
Yeah, and now NIP's mid-jungle duo are both on their one-item spikes, so they have full control of this dragon and are able to take a lot of fights favorably just off of the strength of this big spike at 11 minutes into the game. I mean, Doinby is pretty much 2/3 of the way on the Victor Full evolution arc. Arcane Season 2 has come at last for NIP's sake, and WE... unless they can, spot in an Echo and a Jace on their composition, I don't think their chances are going to be good. Nice, at least for WE, to... Actually, they haven't been able to deny any Krubs so far. Shanji gets flicked. A lot of burst damage onto the Mega Tank. Already 50% HP, but now NIP send it on the right side of that fight, but here comes
Vampire.
Q. Massive engage from Vampire. 4-man pulverize. Stuns up NIP in its tracks. And
by NIP with both these... monster objective spawning, but it looks like it's actually just going to be a handshake. The objectives at the moment is Shanji burns the R. Cube, again, no flash.
Do you think this is just the purpose of just trying to chunk out Cube right before the fight and forcing the
do
ultimate?
that and get the wave in, because they're on Herald, but that's been skipped over as Cube's dead now.
Oh, and Aki collapses alongside the rest of NIP's Death Squad. 4-man dedicated to that
that's
top
a lot
side
of time,
dive.
Though.
WE are able to burn the dragon in the flip side.
Vampire gonna get the flash out of Leave. That's actually kind of nice. It looks goofy for Vampire, but that's okay. They get mid too. I think that's well worth it for WE, who picked up the priority turret. They didn't get a kill, but they got the dragon too. Highlight. The Zeke's Convergence coming in for Vampire. So when he pops that ult, whoever he ends up comboing, going to be stuck in the slow field. Can be sometimes useful on the Alistar as, party gets started. Shanji coming in. Herald secured.
Who is he going to hit? Oh, yeah.
Good
by Vampire to at least absorb the unstoppable onslaught from Shanji, but the rest of WE are not on proper battle lines. Everyone is forced to retreat and scatter, and NIP are just running them out of the jungle.
Kind of expected, given the lack of soda spells on really important people, and Cube just straight up wasn't even there either at the fight. As it was a nice engage from Shanji. So NIP end up coming out on top of that play. It's good.
That was such a...
It took a while to get through, but we got there.
Yeah, that was a wild mental train you just took me
We're
aboard on.
trading outers, Rafa. It's fine. We can afford to take this time.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right in that point. NIP at least trying to set up stronger vision control over not only.
Big fan of the dragon being taken, as
True.
NIP has good control here.
Vampire, can he find another heroic engage? Goes in,
not
pops the
that great.
Unbreakable Will, but Aki turns right onto the back line. Doimbe eviscerates that cow. Ground beef and burgers are on the menu, boys, once again, and NIP are serving it hot. WE forced to retreat and give away the dragon.
Fight for Doinbe and leave the play, as they end up getting a very strong front-to-back fight. Make quick work of Team WE, and that's going to be an Otacon and a lot of flowers secured as NIP. I know it doesn't show in the gold on the scoreboard, but I think given the scaling, given the chance they have, it just took a lot of control over in this game.
But didn't work out for Vampire this time around, as WE gonna have to find a way to.
I assume you're talking about water slides there, which gold.
Dude, water slides face first, definitely biggest dopamine surge ever. Also adrenaline, but Shanji. Can he find a way out of this one? Flashing over the Weaver's wall, and yeah, he went down the water slide on the other side of that wall. WE not getting a chance to lock down the big super tank. It did cost Shanji's flash and ultimate, and they're going to continue with the siege on this bottom side of the map.
It's going to be an inner for pressure on two turrets. Nice sidestep there by Taeyun as dodging out of the wind becomes lightning. Make sure that he saves his life, but Aki's still pushing him out to the bot side of the rift. Means that NIP, they're farming out 3 lanes. So yes, the outer turret falls, or inner turret falls in favor of Team WE. But Doinbe is working on that bot inner to even it up and leave. Got some work done in mid. Yeah, he is. It's the classic Doinbe tech where he just... Oh, hold on. We got to pause. Taeyun has to cleanse.
Now, Shanji sent it on the unstoppable onslaught. Vampire tries to buy space, and they
Aki?
trade 1-for-1. Aki, now with the pressing guard. Maybe there's a chance for Cube to change the tides of the battle here, but he is getting chunked out by all the damage from NIP.
First fell, but Leave won the HP bar war pretty heavily there as he was pumping on the Ezreal in the back half. He's got Shojin too. That's scary.
Enough,
yeah.
Third dragon for NIP.
Mountain Dragon's scary too.
Yeah. I mean, this is... You are just adding more resistances to a super tank in Shanji, and then Doimbe just gonna get...
The inner's inventory, if I'm NIP, I don't care what you're building. I think everything's pretty useful. Is Vampire trying to be useful?
Pretty good pick set up by Vampire into the seismic shove. Okay. That's a 5-on-4 guaranteed now. Vampire is going to be probably taking a base.
Wall to turn, but I think with Vampire being in base, you can't really hit this. And Vampire with no ultimate yet.
Karis doesn't have flash from before.
No.
Does he send it the shift forward? Yeah, this Ezreal is cooking, baby. 3 items, you called it. That's the big spike, and Leave is making do with it. And now Monkey finds himself on the other side of the fight. Isolated for now, but there's no follow from the rest of NIP. The decimating smash might buy some time, but Monkey's able to flash forward after Aki. But Doimbe and Leave have completely done away with Vampire on the other side of the fight, but now Leave is isolated, and he's getting a little bit in trouble, but he's got more mobility over Taeyun and Monkey. And True Shot Barrage Snipe will take out the Monkey King.
We take advantage of some of the range on Ezreal, and then when he goes in to wrap up the kill, or try and defend, Aki was able to sneak out in the back half and even found the snipe on the Monkey, and the spine of the map guarantees this Baron is going over to NIP for free. Mass tech.
I mean, Doimbe, I think he's now at least 3,500 HP, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's less, but this is a thick victor, man. NIP, 3,000 gold ahead, but the advantage feels way more than what the numbers show.
Yeah, and I would love to see, I think, any chance they have is a Karis ult. Karis did die with ult up in that last fight, too. So things kind of going from bad to worse. We really haven't seen an impactful Weaver's Wall so far this game, Rafa.
As long as Arcane Shift is available. Meanwhile, oh, goodness gracious. Vampire takes a lot of damage. Unbreakable Will forced to be used right there.
Hey, it's so impossible.
Yeah, I don't think WE are going to get in.
It's so hard. It's so hard. That angle from Leave was nasty, too. As, Baron recalls being popped. They got 3 seconds left on this Baron. Shojin Merchant.
That's totally valid. And what's also valid is Monkey might be caught out here. Forces the Cyclone. tries to buy space. Aki is taking up a lot of damage, pops the Crescent Guard. Vampire flashing forward, tries to set up another CC engage. Shanji will split up the fight. And look where Taeyun is. He cannot get into the fight.
It's not even close.
The rest of WE's front line is just trying to buy space, but there's no space to be bought since the carries can't step up.
As Doinby approached from the side, zone them all off, and now this next Baron going over to NIP. They'll have this one while Elder Drake is about to spawn, so you can use that to set up. And frankly, at this point, use this to try and end the game, because this does feel very NIP favored at this point. And it feels like WE just running out of ways to try and play this one out or trying to win.
Yeah, I feel like if you're WE, you're almost praying that NIP let the game go long enough so that there is a chance for an Elder flip, because then that's the best chance. Oh, dude, Vampire is... I love that he's looking. I don't know if it's going to matter, but Vampire is doing his best. Wait, that's a big chunk on Aki. Hold on, Monkey flashing forward with the Cyclone. That's the GA going down. NIP's backline is separated, but now Shanji re-emerges from the shadows on the right side and becomes the super tank that NIP so desperately needed in the second turn of the fight. PP God will fall, but NIP's backline still stands tall, and Taeyun has got no ground left to go on. This is just... feels so anticlimactic. But NIP, we knew that they were favored to win. We knew that they had all the dominoes ready to crumble before WE. And you know what? There's a solid attempt there at the end, Matt, but NIP gonna sweep the series 2-0.
Taeyun doing his damnedest in that one, but of course, too big over on NIP as they successfully scaled in that game.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.